Uh-oh. Looks like ouijawii messed up his splits a little bit. Alright, here we go. In the opening room, there are 3 chests and one of them must contain a key. The other 2 are random. So we discovered the death necklace. Gold and, I'm assuming, the key. We'll see what spells they have. Oh, that's a big mistake by TheCowness. You'll notice that ouijawii... Okay, yeah, he realized his mistake. So when you start with the return spell, you can go outside, give your opening key, which allows you to open this door like ouijawii is doing. And since they got gold, you can buy a bunch of keys, and that just opens up the whole game. So here we go. That's it's just a minor time loss for TheCowness. But they're both looks like they're going to check out the basement of Tantegel. We'll see what's in there. I think they might also have Radiant, but they don't need it because it is the Rainbow Drop Jerk Cave. And check the treasury next. Edge, just so you know, the timer is not running. Alright, we got a lot of key items. Got the silver harp, the torch, and gold. So a gold grind will be possible, and I will describe that more if that happens. Alrighty. So very little path divergence so far. What's going on? Why did ouijawii reset there? Alright. So TheCowness is just picking up those items. He is trying to pick up a lot of gold. Because there is a town right nearby, and he's going to want to gear up over the early level hunt. Oh, but it's Hawksness, so nothing to do there. Radiant, I think? It looks like it is Garen's grave, so there are 5 treasure chests to be found. So we see ouijawii exploring in the dark. They're at a low level, so it may be challenging anywhere. As we see ouijawii take a death. And I'm curious to see if he's going to try and do that again. Idea to get a few levels first, because you don't want to waste too much time dying. As we see another cave and Sharlock. That's the mountain cave. So both big treasure chest caves have been found. Yeah, I think top priority should be getting a couple levels just so it's safe to explore. Go for that. We'll see what happens with our first level here with ouijawii. What's he gonna get? Is hurt more, so this is going to be a super quick seed. Just illustrating the importance of getting an early level or two, because sometimes and you can just skyrocket, whereas before you would have been stuck, just grinding out. So ouijawii trying to hurt more a werewolf, it's not guaranteed that you kill him, so he kind of lost the coin flip there. That would have been a huge, huge advantage there. Meanwhile, we have the Countess attempting boxes, and he finds an Axe Knight. 75% chance of killing it? Not this time. He got blocked. I think he was fairly lucky just to even get the first attack there. I would still go for another level or two, personally. Just find like a wolf or a droll you can hurt more, get to level 3 or 4, and then go do that, and then you're golden. For the Countess, a Wraith will get him to level 4. And you'll see some pretty sick stat growth, I presume. 9 agility is 16 HP, 4 MP. Man, the Countess is getting some really bad luck here. Fail on a Wraith Knight, which doesn't have huge resist to that. They're both struggling to try and get their goals right now. Get those chests in the grave. Meanwhile, the Countess is struggling to a red slime who put him to sleep. And he exacts his revenge. Well, he's being persistent. See if you can get it this time. If it didn't work. And there we go. So that should get him all the way to level 4, and he's actually very close to level 5 even. He might be at level 5. Yeah, he got 26 power there. At once. And does he have enough MP? Nope. So he's gonna die here. But he'll get to refill all of his stats. He's finally gotten to those 3 chests. And it seems to be the herb collection, which is not a useful item at this point in time. So, yeah, if I were the Countess now, I would be a bit more comfortable going back. Yes, just try and beat this Axe Knight at least a couple times to shoot up your levels, and you might even get the armor. Alright. Axe Knight, cooperate. My goodness, he's getting bad luck. They're so close. Just so you know, the title still says testing stream. See, this is why you should fight. You can get leveled up, and then you can be safe to do what you want to do. So another level for ouijawii. Gets 23 agility. I wonder how many times the Countess is going to do this. An extra level. That's all you need. Haha, bridge to 4 tiles. Which ouijawii searches and finds nothing. Hurt more does nothing when you die. That's the problem. Oh no, a golem. On is deep in thought. Here's the thing, when your agility is low and your HP is low, your opponents are very often going to first attack kill you. So you don't exactly want to do that super quick. If you could just find one of those wyverns. Aha, it did not stop his spell. The other thing that's kind of making a small difference is the Countess is choosing to make a very short walk, using 4 HP from the swamp tiles, which makes it more likely that the Axe Knight is going to kill him. At some point, you have to decide. You have to decide to do another option. That looks so tempting. I mean, what's going to happen if you pick up the fairy flute? You just spent all that time for nothing. Luck is to be expected. To be honest, I just think it's a poor decision choice. We'll see if he can get it this time. There we go, finally. And so we've got at least one level coming in, probably two. Okay, and what's on the square? It is the fairy flute, there you go. So I'm not sure if he's going to be pleased with the end result of that. And he will likely go off exploring. So meanwhile, ouijawii looted the tablet cave, and now he is in Swamp North. Perhaps trying to see if the other exit takes him to Grinham. And it doesn't. It takes him in the middle of the world. And he is likely gonna feel the pain from an armored knight, although it does have hurt. Not gonna run away very often. Now, strangely enough, I might actually... Things have changed. Now that he has 40 health, I might grind out an Axe Knight or two, just to get a couple extra levels, but exploring is fine too. Exploring is more than fine. So where is he going? Oh, he found another Axe Knight. We should note they have heal more now too. That's a very good point. It's too early. Just because the levels are so quick. Alright. So ouijawii goes up to level 7. Ooh! Wizard with Fire Breath. Uh-oh. Don't tell me we're having more tech problems. Alright, I think we're fine now. We are fine. Oh, maybe not. I guess I'm going to just try and keep my focus on... as he will likely stumble into... No, he's not going into the grave. I guess he just still doesn't feel safe. Ooh, Rogue Scorpion. Perfect enemy for Hurtmore. One hit. Alright. So, meanwhile, I have no idea what ouijawii is doing. Looks like he's in the mountain cave, exploring, and runs into an armored knight he will not be able to kill just because he only has one Hurtmore. No one's found a town yet, as far as I'm aware. So I think exploration is a good play here. Have enough, you can hurt more pretty much everything you want. Once you find a town that sells items, then I might go and raid the caves and do a gold grunt. Let's here. So I think ouijawii is just restarting his OBS here. Do you want to maybe switch to TheCowness's audio if you get a chance, Edge? So Countess is going to try and hurt more a blue dragon. Each hurt more has about 56% chance of hitting. And he gets lucky and he takes him out. That was not guaranteed. Big 180 experience. Aha. And he gets lucky to run away from a stone man. He did have sleep, so he could have put it to sleep. Very high resist for sleep. Alright. So it looks like ouijawii is finally going to go and try and discover that fairy flute. He is at level 9 right now. Approaching level 10 very quickly. Okay, I think Tristal's saying they both have the fighter's ring equipped. Oh no, why would you fight that rogue scorpion? And so we got level 10 on ouijawii's side with 27 power! That's huge! How much power do they have now? They have 75 strength. That's huge. But this is why you should be exploring now, because if you're close to beating the game, just be exploring while not even wanting to fight anything. Okay, so Countess finds Rimuldar. You see, although they have the silver shield, which is fantastic. And so he has bought a small shield and leather armor. And he finds Erdrick's sword in Rimuldar. That's awesome. So screw having to grind for a sword. Oh, do you need to buy keys? Maybe he does. Maybe he only has 1 or 2 left. Okay, we're in business, folks. An EXP gap pop up as ouijawii is just choosing to level up at the Axe Knight. Oh, why are you running away? Kill that Armored Knight. Running away, that's amazing. Okay. We got level 11 on ouijawii's side with 9 more power. Crazy, crazy seed, guys. Alright, level 9 for TheCowness. Is this where he gets his big strength boost? Not yet. That's level 10. Alright, and it's Grinham, so good thing he bought his keys. Pick up a Dragon Scale. But that is not his choice, at least yet. See, the other reason why I don't necessarily like Axe Knight grinding is you can do it a lot more safely at a higher level. In grinding right now is only about 3 minutes worth. Okay, we got Stones of Sunlight. The first chest, I didn't see if it was important. So what do we got in the back door here? We have the Staff of Rain Cave. Silver Harp? He does, so he's going to change the Silver Harp for the Staff of Rain. He also has does he have everything he needs to make the drop? What's going on right now? Looks like he's walking through the grave. You have the Radiance spell. Come on, do it for the viewers. Meanwhile, he's going to pick up his 2 herbs and a magic key. Alright. ouijawii finally choosing to leave. Moving. As he walks into the mountain cave. So it's going to be very interesting to see how ouijawii's choice to grind out levels will impact this race. Sometimes it can be a good idea, other times it's a bit redundant. So we'll get a good case study in this. If he's lost. That would be a shame. Okay, he finally found the stairs. So he's on the 2nd floor. Alright, he gets away. So aside from the dragon scale, is ouijawii completely naked right now? Alright, Green Dragon, cooperate. So can someone verify if they actually have the Radiant spell? Well, Silverfire, they have like 80 strength. So it's better than it looks. He is trying to do a gold grind. I'm not sure if he's even found a town yet. Time I can explain the gold grinding thing that's popping up on the screen. The game was made a long time ago, and due to memory reasons, they only have 8 slots that the game can remember which treasure chests you have opened. Whenever you walk out to the overworld through a cave or out of a town, it wipes that inventory clean. But it doesn't do it if you die. And so what happened was, in the mountain cave, ouijawii opened 5 chests, and that filled up the first 5 slots in the inventory. After he died, that didn't get wiped. And when he respawns in the king's room, it remembers that you opened up 3 chests at the beginning of the game. So that fills up slots 6, 7, and 8. And after that, the game doesn't have anywhere to put that you've opened any new chests. So it just leaves it on the map, and you can take it over and over and over again. I have no idea what ouijawii is doing right now. He's got enough for a silver shield and maybe like a full plate. Okay, there's a town over here. And I wonder what we're going to find here in Cole. Magic armor. I wouldn't buy the magic armor yet. I would check the square first. Because he very well could get Erdrick's armor here. Oh, it's Erdrick's token. So the armor is going to be on the map, it seems like. So we've got the TheCowness still exploring in the dark. Is he trying to walk out? Alright, so it looks like he's exploring the mountain cave now. But I'm not positive. Just trying to judge by his walking path. Meanwhile, we have a fun police sighting on ouijawii's side. he should have enough an HP to kill him by attrition, although it may take a little bit. Alright. So I wonder if he's going to suicide here. He should use the dragon scale, but I don't think he bought one. He just do small damage with the hurt spell. But the werewolf has stop spell. Oh, 1 HP left. Will he be able to suicide? He will. Execute that same gold grind, but he knows where a silver shield is. So that's going to be top on his priority list. Hooray, we're in the light! Everybody can see what the Countess is doing. So I think he's just going to verify that he has the gold glitch activated before he actually opens the gold chest. It's in the top left! Has he not even raided here yet? Did he throw away the fighter's ring? The second fighter's ring. Alright, here we go. So he's going to probably grind up to, I'm going to guess 18,000 gold, possibly up to 22,500. And that would get him the silver shield and the magic armor. So I think ouijawii is going to stumble into Rimuldar very quickly. I believe that's it. Go and get. He got 18,000, so that's enough to get a silver shield and a full plate armor. As long as he leaves himself 17,800. So he's going to have to get a bit more on the way if he wants to buy both those things. You have the repel spell, guys. Use it. ouijawii discovering that there's a silver shield in Rimuldar. Probably going to go and restock his keys. I note that I'm not sure if the Countess has actually found the token yet. So, alright, yeah, so he doesn't have enough money. Oh, will he get money from the 83 gold short of the full plate? He's gonna sell. Give him 180. Good stuff. Oh, and he's. Oh, I thought he was gonna sell the death necklace. Oh man, that would have been very interesting. So the Count is finally buying a dragon scale. So that's not active. He has not equipped the dragon scale. I repeat, he has not equipped the dragon scale. Oh, don't run away, dude. Maybe just a little bit of inexperience on the Countess's part. He can easily take out this armored knight in 2 attacks with hurt more. Alright, we'll need to run into another axe knight. Confused for some stupid reason. So he finally gets the full plate. There wasn't full plate in... So full plate for the Countess, small shield for ouijawii. And ouijawii picks up the Stones of Sunlight. Everything to make the rainbow drop. And was this the sword? So did ouijawii get the sword? I didn't catch it. Anybody? Okay, yeah, he did get the sword. It's hard to watch 2 streams at once. So ouijawii with the Staff of Rain. The Countess, did he don that dragon scale? What do we got? We got Catelyn. The coordinates for the armor. You better heal. That's 57 south and 36. Not sure. Yeah, I think he wants to double check whether it was west or east. 6 west. So I believe the Countess has a silver shield now. That can get updated. Perfect. All right. So I'm not sure what is searching for at this point. Well, Mad Captain, the problem is they don't have enough HP to survive 2 attacks from the Dragon Lord. So that's the biggest gatekeeper right now. They still need to level up until that happens. They need about... Actually, only about 8 more or 9 more HP. Actually pretty close. And golems. So missing the token, which is in coal, which is right behind Charlock. So he's probably looking for that. Away from werewolves. Those are great enemies to find. Cave is he in this time now? It's going down and right a lot. Okay. So, I would definitely say ouijawii has a bit of an edge, and I partially due to TheCowness not fighting overworld enemies as efficiently as he could. And I think this map looks pretty crazy, so I think TheCowness may actually end up searching a lot of empty space, not realizing that coal is so close to home in that swamp. But he'll clear out the rest of the map. You gotta kill that green dragon. You gotta. That's a free 130 experience. Like, the goal of this game is to try and do as many things as possible. So while you're exploring, you still want to level back into this cave. Oh, he did 115 to that Wraith Knight. That's pretty baller. So again, I don't know what cave he's in. I'm pretty sure he's already been in here. Don't know what he's looking for. He's attacking a golem, though. That seems risky. This may get him level 11 here. What's going on here? Oh, he's actually rescuing the princess for the coordinates. That's what he's doing. Once he gets the armor on the map, what I predict is going to happen is he's going to explore that swamp area. He may find the token there. Well, if he goes there, he will certainly find the token. But that's my prediction. But I think ouijawii is firmly in the lead if he can just find Caitlin. He's searching everywhere for it. So those coordinates should actually be pretty close to Romualdar if my mental math is accurate. So I wouldn't be surprised if he checks it out very shortly. What is it going to say? Oh, pretty close. more south and 9 more to the west? Or 3 and 8, something like that. Let's see. And there is the armor. Immediately going to swamp areas that he didn't want to before. So let's talk about Dragon Lord math. 103 strength and 145 attack power. You're doing 11 to 22 to the Dragon Lord. So that's 16.5 on average. Which means you need only 10 attacks. So you really probably only need 8 or 9 heal mores. TheCowness is not exploring that swamp area. It's unfortunate. I mean, there is a lot of empty space here, so I can't blame him for trying to explore the greatest. Not here. You can't run away from the green dragons, though. Oh, it pains me. Unless they have Dragon Lord breath, that's the only thing I can think of. I don't think ouijawii has found Catelyn yet. We're seeing a whole new section of the map, and as expected, it's a dead end. Yeah, so that's just inexperience, because you can kill a green dragon about 50% of the time with 1 hurt more. Although sometimes the hurt more doesn't work. Just do it, you'll see it. There we go. Here we go. Now, hopefully he realizes that he should be doing this from now on. Even at level 14, they only have 79 agility. Alright, he's going in the right direction. I think he's going to find it. There it is. They're both on strength HP. My group? Meanwhile, ouijawii finds Catelyn. So they've both found the items they're looking for. Doke. He's going to change that in to get the rainbow drop. Let's go to Hawksness. So he's going to catch up really fast now, I think. He's going to catch up really fast. You see ouijawii counting the coordinates manually. Oh, don't run from that Wraith Knight. Okay, maybe that's actually a good idea. It's right on the borderline of things you want to fight. I think you gotta kill that Armored Knight, though. Alright, it's Axe Knight time. And he's fighting them. Is it all? Maybe he's just trying to see how much damage he's doing. Because he's going to get this monster power boost. Nope, not. And ouijawii counts the coordinates very successfully. But ouijawii still is rolling with a small shield, and he has 69 defense. That could play a huge factor. A huge factor. Doing 52 physicals to you at that point. This is not over, folks. Not over at all. Like, there's a real chance if he attacks on 51 that he could die. Sharlock is going to be no piece of cake. Well, it is if he doesn't find any enemies, of course. Holy smokes. So, Edge, do you want to, or do you have that capability? Sorry, the stream title still says testing stream, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie. So we have red dragons in Sharlock, which is going to make things very dangerous. Oh boy. This race is just getting underway, folks. Very painful Sharlock. With only 79 agility, you're less than a 50% to run away. So we have the TheCowness choosing to attack Axe Knights a bit slower. You might think that's a more efficient use of his MP, but with Hawksness being so close to the start, going to an inn really isn't a big deal. We'll see how that affects things. Meanwhile, I'd say ouijawii is having fantastic luck. Those red dragons and armored knights. Thankfully, blue dragons are very friendly. Kurtmore will one-shot an Axe Knight about 75% of the time. So it's just a little bit faster. Sure. What floor are we on right now? Oh, he's on the bottom floor. A dragon! And he got away! Oh, man. Things are getting... There's the problem with attacking Axe Knights. Oh, man. So, oh, we got Fire Breath from the wizard. That's a lot of damage. Looking like he has good chances here, but he runs into another red dragon. This could be painful. But he gets away. What good luck. So what's in the mini-boss spot? It's an Axe Knight. That's beautiful. Beautiful to see. Should be able to get him in 2 hits. But no, he doesn't. He does have a heal spell to spare, however. But he doesn't. So he's starting the fight with 73 HP and no herbs. So this is going to be very interesting. And he gets a stop spell right off the bat. There's a hurt more. 53 HP. May not get a first attack. But he does. Perfect. So that's 19. Like I said, this Dragon Lord can do massive physicals. 33 damage so far. $52. $73. $84. $103. It's looking good. $125. Oh, there is a 49 right there. He should be winning. And that is it. That's all it takes. One good run through Sharlock. TheCowness try and finish things off.
Looks like Countess's game is frozen.
Really?
Yep. Definitely looks frustrated in the webcam. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. The race was already over. Wow, that's crazy. That's a nice little animation that we have. So let's just see if we can get them in here.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. That was a fun seed there. I liked it. I don't think I saw any Dragon Lord Fire Breath until like I was on the last floor of the castle, and it kind of stunned me for a second. I was like, "Whoa!" Didn't expect that.
From the wizard, right?
Yeah, the wizard.
I was going to say the Dragon Lord's physical attacks are pretty much like from the wizard, right? With only 69 defense.
Yeah, the wizard.
I was going to say the Dragon Lord's physical attacks were pretty much like Fire Breath with only 69 defense.
I guess I'm glad I did in the end. Yeah, I was worried that he was going to hit up that like small shield or something ridiculous. I think I got a little lucky.
I think his max is like 51 or 52 at that defense.
Okay, so better than I thought.
Okay, just a second. So since we're getting echo.
Might be my stream. If you have my audio.
Do you guys all have streamer mode enabled?
On Discord, yeah.
Okay.
But I capture my desktop audio.
Okay, it's fixed. Awesome. Good stuff.
All right, it may have been me too. So I think I muted the desktop audio as well.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So I'll leave the floor to you for now. Any general comments on what that seed was like?
I thought it was pretty easy, but I did everything wrong in it.
Fairly forgiving.
Anything in particular that stands out?
Early on, when I saw Hoxus right next to Tentagel, I saw Hoxus there, and I thought, well, as soon as I got hurt more, I realized if the Axe Knight is there, that'd be a great spot to level before I explore, and that's exactly what I ended up doing. And I think that was a good idea because the overworld had a lot of big creatures on it, and a lot of Axe Knights and nasty stuff that you'd see in the castle there. So I think I got a little lucky with my decision-making early game.
Yeah, because I definitely thought you might have overdone it about a level or two. As soon as you got to like 74 strength, it's like, oh man, well, like, you guys are getting close to fighting the Dragon Lord. The worst thing that can happen is you get enough strength and you haven't even found everything. But it worked out pretty well because you found everything in pretty short order afterwards. It was just Catelyn that was the last thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I almost gave up on it. I considered just trying the Dragon Lord without the armor, and then I realized I only have a small shield. That isn't going to happen. So
you need about 140 HP. So I mean, because the Dragon Lord is doing 68 to like 72 or something with his Fire Breath.
Oh, that's right. The Fire Breath. Yep.
That would have been interesting to see.
Yeah, it would have.
I think BT tried to do that once, and he said, I'm never doing this again. You tried to go into Hoxus very, very early, and frankly, I thought you got quite unlucky with hurt mooring an Axe Knight twice, and it didn't die. You tried to hurt moor a Wraith Knight, and it didn't work. All of those would have really got you moving, but instead, with that bad luck, you kind of had to keep going at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble doing that, and then when I killed the Axe Knight and got heal more, I should have continued grinding on him, but I didn't, and that's probably the biggest mistake I made. But I also didn't need to go into Garen's Grave or the Mountain Cave, and I full cleared both of those for really no reason.
So I definitely noticed you are a strong proponent of exploring in the dark, which made my life a bit of a challenge, which is fine. It's cool to see people with that skill, but I noticed, did you get just a hair lost in one of your trips, or is that just me not understanding what's going on?
I think in one of them, I think on like the first floor of Garen's grave, I lost the first staircase, and I don't know how. It's very close to the bottom left corner of the map.
I
But
just thought
like,
it was interesting because you did have radiant, of course.
yeah. But like when you're walking around in the complete dark, sometimes it's hard to tell if you actually took a step or if you just turned in a direction, and sometimes that can throw you off.
The game is really clunky that way.
Yeah.
Hold input for you to actually move, right?
Yeah, and like I think the frame rate drops when you're in a cave because like you can't really tell that the bricks are moving. So like
Yeah.
even if you cast Radiant, if you look at the bricks, it looks like they're not moving. You're just sliding along on top of them.
I also get
Yes.
lost in Garen's grave too. I had to throw Radiant up in my first trip down there. It's easy to get lost there.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, you did have to make, or it was good that you made one trip to clear Garen's grave because that lets you do the gold grind, right?
Yeah, but if I was thinking, I wouldn't have gotten the last two chests. I would have just gotten those 3 at the first floor and then death warped.
Right.
Actually, I had forgotten about to do the death warp for the grind because I like immediately left Tantigel and went into the other cave and realized it. So it wasn't until after I death warped out of there that I actually got the gold. But I know I already had the stones and the silver heart by the time I started looking in there, so I shouldn't have been looking for the token because I had the sword too.
Right. Yeah, you got the sword first, that's for sure. Like, that was your advantage from exploring early.
Yeah.
Before ouijawii did.
Yeah. Which I wasn't really too excited to find that. I'd much rather have the armor if I'm exploring because I already had hurt more for damage.
Sure, especially when you're at such low health, right?
Yeah. But I also don't like looking for the sword if it's the last item I have because it could be in Charlock or it could not be. So it's kind of a relief to find it early, but I don't feel like it helps as much as people think if you already have hurt more.
Sure. Still good, like, there's some enemies that you can't hurt more, that like a wizard you might be able to take down, something like that. But yeah,
like
you're definitely right.
Demonites and red dragons. Though if you're fighting red dragons, you're probably doing okay already.
I thought this race was a lot closer than it might have seemed, just because I still am amazed by the luck ouijawii got, and not luck in encounter rate because encounter rate was very high, but I don't think he ever failed to run from a red dragon or an armored knight more than twice, maybe even once. Like, you were getting away from those like amazingly well.
I thought my agility was a lot higher. I didn't realize it was so low. I never even bothered to check.
Yeah, it was 79. Every time I was waiting, I'm like, man, like any one of these red dragons or armored knights, he could have to burn heal mores, but nope. Do that descent 10 times, and I think you might, that would probably be your best descent out of all 10, I think.
Could be, yeah.
And my agility was about the same, but my game froze for some reason on the second floor, or the third floor, I guess.
Well, what's it called? Do you play on emulator or are you playing on console?
I'm on a power pack, yeah.
Is that the same thing as an EverDrive, or is that just a different thing?
It's effectively the same thing, just somebody else makes it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so has that ever happened to you before?
No. So I don't know if I don't think it would be the graphic mod that I did on it. I don't know why it froze. Okay. I don't really have it setting very stably. It could be that I shook it too much.
Never happened to me either, and I've loaded some into my power pack as well. So maybe it's just a Nintendo malfunction.
Yeah. They've definitely done all sorts of randomizers on it. That's pretty much all I've used it for since I bought it like a year ago.
All I can say is at least the race was already over.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it happened like a full minute after he finished.
Oh man.
Which it only sent me back to like level 10, so I think that it probably would have been like a 10-minute loss maybe at most, but I didn't feel like finishing at that point.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. Level 14 seemed like the best level. Like, I guess you had 96 strength at level 13 too, so that's not terrible.
Yeah, but max HP was way too low.
Oh, all right. So at level 14, you get 17 HP. So that puts you at 105. And
Yeah,
it
that
also
would've
gives
done
you
it.
another 7 strength. So you're at 103.
Yeah.
That's pretty OP.
Yeah, I was counting on an HP gain from that level. So I dove in one level before that.
Simple strategy. It's not too hard. The levels aren't too far
Yeah.
apart at level 13 to 14. It's only like, what, 1500 or something like that?
Yeah. And like you can fight pretty much everything other than the red dragons and armored knights, though armored knights had hurt in this seed, so they weren't too bad to fight.
Right. So yeah, I noticed you figured it out with the green dragons later on, TheCowness, but you were running from an awful lot of stuff when you were exploring that probably would have helped your grinding out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like armored knights for sure. 2
Yeah, I
hurt
should
mores,
be
right?
fighting them.
But, that's something to keep in mind for next time, I think. I can understand if you're trying to conserve your MP because you didn't have a ton of it.
Yeah, but I also wasn't having too much trouble running away, and I also had repel going with a lot of attack power, so I wasn't running into too many enemies, so I shouldn't have had resource problems.
All in all, this was a very interesting sort of case study about trying to decide whether to grind at Hawksness in the beginning versus exploring. And
Yeah.
despite the result of the race, I don't remain convinced that it's decisive one way or the other.
Well, my thinking on it was gaining levels helps the exploration immensely. So that's I didn't know where any towns were. In fact, when I did the gold grind, I still hadn't found a town yet. But I was a high enough level. It was a high enough level that I was confident that I could at least explore enough so that I could find one before I died, and it worked out pretty well.
That's definitely part of it, yeah.
I actually explained a strategy in Discord like yesterday, which is why I feel dumb for not grinding at the beginning. But I think if you were in that situation, you should at least grind until you get repel and a good amount of strength, because then you don't have to run into slimes everywhere.
Because you definitely did have the strength. That was one part of it. I'm not sure what level you learned repel at, though.
I know I had it before level 9, so
Okay.
it came pretty early. But level 9, I think, was the one where you got like a 20 strength boost, and that would have been the level to leave at.
Got heal more pretty early to it, like level 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, it must have been, I think, 5 or earlier, because I got it off of the Axe Knight.
Yeah. So that's maybe something like you could have gone to 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect. That's just me being slightly biased. I have my ways, my philosophies of thinking. I'm always interested in how everybody approaches their race.
It's 2 steps per battle, so I figured you can gain levels faster that way than having to fight stuff on the overworld, and it's guaranteed, like not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed to kill it with a hurt more. So they're fast battles too.
Yeah.
So just out of curiosity, Ouija, what makes you decide to stop grinding? Like, at what point do you say,
When I got enough magic, I think it was the big magic boost there at the last level I gained. I said, okay, this is enough to beat the Dragon Lord with ease. And before that, it wasn't quite 100% yet. So once it reaches 100%, that's when you have to stop grinding. I think my odds were pretty much locked in.
So thankfully the map was open. I think if this was a harder map to explore, and there were some funky parts of the map like there usually are, I think if it were a harder map to explore, that may have bit you a little bit and you might have had to just run from a lot of stuff. There's definitely a big grain of truth in the stuff you're saying. It's always hard to judge it, right? That's the hardest part. So
yeah,
I definitely thought it was an interesting decision, and it worked out pretty well for you this race.
Yeah, I'm happy with how it went. The only hard part for me was finding Caitlin. Other than that, it was a pretty smooth and easy seed.
I couldn't find Cole. It was right there behind Charlock, but I didn't look there.
Well, I didn't blame you. I was saying that, like, that's the very practical thing to do for you to not look there, because you didn't have the armor.
Yeah.
It's like, why go through the swamp? And there's all this other map for you to explore first.
Yeah.
So I think, like, that's just randomizer, right? Sometimes things are in those small areas.
I think there were definitely points where I should have considered looking over there, though, because, like, after I grabbed the princess and went back to the castle and then found the I think it was the armor, but even if I didn't have the armor, that would have been the closest spot I could check versus going all the way to the northeast corner, because you had to go like down and around to get there.
Only lost like a minute or so from that, and you make sure you 100% clear the map, pretty
Yeah.
much. So, like, I think everything you did was very logical in that respect.
I wanted to save the princess, but once I got the coordinates, I couldn't remember where the cave was, so I just said, well, I guess I'm counting it.
And I don't think it was that windy of a path, was it?
No, it was
You
just
went
like
the right
right
way.
down there by the towns. I think you could get there by going like south and west and then south again.
The hair, like east, south, and then west, more or less.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Anyway, any last comments?
No, just thanks for the race, Countess. Always a pleasure,
Yep.
and thanks for the restreaming commentary.
I saw
Awesome.
a comment that my bracket is now ruined, my prediction bracket.
Oh, me too. I'm 0 for 3. I picked you to beat me.
I picked me to go all the way to grand finals, so no.
You still got a chance.
Well, yeah, but my winners bracket's all torn up.
Okay. Well,
We'll see
well,
though. I
well,
think
now
I had
you can.
personality losing in like quarterfinals anyway because I was against him, so I was gonna lose there anyway.
Now you can go and tear up your boners bracket.
There we go.
Got my race to go to in about an hour, and I'm going to try and power down as much food as possible in that time. So,
Good.
Plan.
all right, guys. Thanks for the nice, quick race. You give me about an hour as opposed to like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was a short one for sure.
Everything goes well in the future. Good luck, and thanks again.
All right.
So just to kind of wrap things up here, I'd like to thank Edgeworth for restreaming this on very, very short notice, literally half an hour notice. Every single time, everything is going smoothly. I'd like to again thank my co-commentator, Nobody, my best friend. And I'd like to thank the audience for helping me figure out who has what, as it can be challenging as a solo commentator. So thank you again, everybody, and hope to see you back in an hour for the next race.